On this day, 231 years ago, one of history's most famous queens, Marie Antoinette, was beheaded by a guillotine. Prior to her execution, she stood trial before the Revolutionary Tribunal, and it was likely that she was given less than a day's notice before this trial, which would leave her and her defense little time to prepare a case. In this trial, Marie was accused of maintaining secret correspondence with enemy forces, as well as depletion of state funds. She was also accused of being an instigator for the Champ de Mars massacre, and plotting to assassinate the Duke of Orleans. In addition to this, she was defamed with debauchery and most horrifically accused of incest with her own son. When she was accused by a member of the jury for avoiding a response to that particular accusation, she said, quote, "If I did not reply, it is because nature refuses to answer such a charge against a mother. I appeal to all the mothers who may be here present." Later, when Robespierre heard of this retort, he was furious that the queen was given a, quote, last public triumph. To no one's surprise, Marie was found guilty of treason, conspiracy, and depletion of state funds. On the morning of her execution, Marie Antoinette had hoped to wear a black dress, but she was given a simple white frock instead. Her hair was then cut short so not to interfere with the blade. And while her husband, who had been executed earlier that year, had been driven to his execution in a carriage, Marie was taken in an open cart, which would leave her vulnerable to the crowds leading up to the guillotine. It was said that her last words were then recorded when she accidentally stepped on the foot of her executioner, saying, quote, "Pardonnez-moi, monsieur, je ne l'ai pas fait exprès," or "Pardon me, sir, I didn't do it on purpose." And at 12:15 on October 16, 1793, Marie Antoinette's head was severed from her body. She was then taken to a cemetery nearby and buried. The gravedigger left a note that the widow had left, quote, "6 livres for the coffin, 15 livres, 35 sols for the grave and gravediggers." That together made the cost for the funeral of the last Queen of France.